Hello, I'm Sanaa Jackson, a Year 9 student. Today I'm going to show you how to make fluffy pancakes from scratch. Let's see if it's an epic fail or a complete success. If this isn't right, I'm going to die. Go down. What? If you have long hair, it's recommended that you tie your hair back so no loose hair particles will get in it. So I'm going to tie mine. Since my hair is like medium, I guess. Yeah. Now let's go and wash our hands before we get started. Now I dry my hands. So now we have all our ingredients, so we can get started. Here is a clean mixing bowl. You can get any type of bowl as long as it's wide enough. And we'll be using two bowls actually. We'll have one for the dry ingredients and one for the wet. So with the dry ingredients, we'll first put the flour. Here it is. It's very good to sift your flour. I didn't do it this time, but it's okay. Whatever you need to do. There is flour. Now let's add a sprinkle of salt. I use pink salt. Now 2 tablespoons of sugar and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And that is all for the dry ingredients. Now let's mix gently with this whisk. Alright, now we have that mixed in. Let's move on to the wet ingredient. For this, you'll need the 1 cup of milk, the vanilla essence or vanilla extract, some melted butter, and 1 egg. Let's start with the milk. Okay. Now, the egg. Now, I'm just stirring this around to get all the thick mixture mixed into the liquid one. And now, we pour it in. Now, vanilla essence. I always put a little extra just to give it more flavor. Vanilla essence is so nice in baked goods. Now we're going to stir this gently with our whisk once again. You must whisk this until it's smooth. Alright, now it's pretty smooth. We pour the dry mixture into the wet mixture into the dry. Here's the dry mixture. And now we pour this in. Make sure you guys can see. Okay. So now this is our 2 mixtures combined together. You always pour the wet into the dry. As you see, now it's coming together. It's a bit loose, but that's okay. We're mixing this very gently to avoid making flat pancakes. That's my mistake most times. When I make pancakes, I mix them too hard and the pancakes become flat. Okay, here's our consistency. I'm just checking to see if there's any flour at the bottom. That's so important to make sure there's no more flour. Okay, all the flour has disappeared, and now our consistency is pretty loose. So let's see if this will be successful. Alright, so now I have my ghee, which I'm going to use to pour on the pan. You can use cooking oil, ghee, olive oil. It's not that serious. You can choose any oil of your choice. Here's our batter. And to measure it out, I'm going to use a 1/4 cup to make sure that I have even and nice pancakes. And don't forget to get a plate so you can put the pancakes on when you finish. So let me grab that. Another thing I forgot was a spatula. So here it is. So now let me turn on the gas. Let me see which one. You want to cook this over medium high heat. I'm sorry, not medium high, just medium heat. And make sure an adult is here to supervise you so you don't burn yourself. Okay. And now I'm going to lightly spread the pan with ghee because it tastes very good when I made my previous pancakes. It might look like a lot, that's because I'm doing more than one pancake at a time. So if you're doing one at a time, you can lightly spread the oil. Here's how I spread the oil. I just pick up the pan and move it around to make sure there's no dry spots. Now we wait for a few seconds. A way you can test the oil is by putting a small piece of batter onto the pan to see if it's ready. So let's use our 1/4 cup. Get one like this small to drip off into the pan. As you see, it is not sizzling or doing anything at all, so the oil is not ready. Okay, I'll try to zoom in on the video, but now our tiny piece of pancake batter is starting to jump up and down, so that usually indicates that it's ready. So let's test it out. Using the 1/4 cup, we're going to pour this batter onto the pan. See here? Alright, let's do this. Okay, there's 1. And 2. I just start doing this because when I make my pancakes, I never measure it out, but this is a really good, what is it called? A really good step to use when you're making pancakes so you avoid a lot of spillage. So now you see around the pancake, it's fizzing and we'll start to see bubbles rise on the top, and that's when we need to flip it. When you're flipping the pancake, you push it under it gently, and then once you're under the pancake, you just flip quickly. Try not to do it slow or you might burn yourself. I always step back because I'm scared. As you see, the bubbles are starting to form on this first pancake, so we need to flip it soon. Okay, that's the first pancake. Let's add some more ghee so it won't stick. So if we observe, we see this pancake is a little undone and I flipped it too early. So I'm gonna put that one back. Wow, that is a nice brown color. That's beautiful. Okay, let's add another one, but we monitor these two. Let's add a little more ghee. We do not want anything to stick or burn. It's always good to add in the middle so you can spread it around the pan like this. Now we see some bubbles starting to form right here. Let's look. Okay, it's just about ready. Get this one off. Oh, guys, don't even think about it. What? I just dropped the pancake. Guys, help. Oh my god, what is this? I dropped the pancake. Guys. Okay. That is so bad. I'll get it later. Wait. What is this? It fell. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Guys, I don't know how this fell. This is so funny. Anyways, I was trying to show you the stack of pancakes. I'll just leave that there to the side to avoid it falling again. Well, there's so many bubbles on this one, so let's flip it. These pancakes are coming out beautifully. This recipe is so nice. Here are the stack of pancakes. Wow, these look beautiful. Let me count how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so this recipe made 8 and, well, basically 9 pancakes. This one was just a failed experiment. So, this recipe made 9 pancakes in total. That should be enough for maybe 5 or 6 servings. And they're pretty fluffy. Now let's do a taste test. So now I have 1 pancake here in this bowl. It's time for a taste test. First, let's do without the syrup. I'm just doing my hand, okay. Wow. These are so nice. I can't do it. Hey. This is really good. I think that when you mix it, it really matters. You cannot mix it very fast and hard. You must do it gently, so you get fluffy pancakes like this. Look at the inside. Hold on. Sorry. Yeah. It's clear, I think. Yeah. Wow. The texture is amazing. It tastes better, even it tastes like a pancake out of the store. Let's add some syrup and try it now. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It's okay with the syrup, but I prefer without. I don't like a lot of sweet stuff. That's really good. I would give these pancakes a 10 out of 10, and the recipe a 10 out of 10 as well. Well, these pancakes were amazing. A 10 out of 10, as I said before. Do you know why I chose to do this video? Well, I'm in a cooking club. Yes, where? Elimu Plus Homeschool. Here, they provide a club with cooking, and you get recipes sent to you, and you're able to cook and explore in the kitchen and feel your way around it, so you're not lost or confused or distressed when you're in the kitchen. So join Elimu Plus Homeschool if you want to start cooking and learn how to be a master chef. Bye!